Charles Darwin once said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one most adaptable to change." Good day, panel, teachers, and to our fellow researchers and students. I am Leonard Brian Samson.
I am Clarice Joy Cadiz.
And I am Obon.
We are the researchers behind the Versatility of Accountancy students of Cadiz State University main campus during the COVID-19 pandemic. As aspiring CPAs, the BS Accountancy students must be able to conquer the different requirements and standards set by the course. In taking all the necessary subjects, the students must achieve at least the minimum passing rate or passing grade imposed by the retention policy to be able to stay in the BS Accountancy course.
However, the life of a student doesn't stop by merely being a student. Being in college, students have already their own responsibilities as a growing individual. From managing the household chores while doing schoolworks, some are also working while studying, while others have their own personal priorities.
Given the situation today, the presence of a pandemic makes the situation even more challenging for the students to survive their course while having a distant or blended learning due to the suspension of face-to-face classes.
According to UNICEF, as of March 2021, schools for more than 168 million children globally have been completely closed for almost an entire year due to the COVID-19 lockdowns. Furthermore, around 214 million children globally, or 1 in every 7 students, have missed more than 3/4 of their in-person learning. This concerning that one of the best predictors of academic success in online format is a prior course experience. Taken together, these factors are likely lead to significant academic stress and uncertainty.
The accountancy students who are expected to take the CPA licensure examination in the future must be versatile enough to be able to balance life and academics. The versatility of students will be measured as they attempt to cope with the stress and demands of their varying responsibilities.
Versatility refers to the quality or state of having many uses or being able to do many different kinds of things. According to Merriam-Webster 2018, one must be versatile in order to successfully fulfill different tasks. It can be observed through the response of the students dealing with the different demands.
Since the versatility is a vital skill in achieving school and life balance, the researchers are curious to know whether these qualities are evident to the BS Accountancy students of Cadiz State University main campus to successfully pass the portals of the BS Accountancy program.
Generally, this study will aim to determine the versatility of accountancy students of Cadiz State University during COVID-19 pandemic. Specifically, this study will aim to seek answers to the following questions. First, what is the level of versatility of the respondents in terms of their gentle trait and dynamic trait? Second, what is the level of versatility of the respondents as a whole and when grouped according to age, gender, and family income? Then, is there a significant difference in the respondents' level of versatility as a whole and when grouped according to age, gender, and family income? And lastly, what insights could be drawn from the results of the study? The hypothesis of the study states that there is no significant difference in the respondents' level of versatility as a whole and when grouped according to age, gender, and family income.
This study is anchored to the paradox theory of Jung and Freud in the year 1990. It states that our lives involve dealing with a series of paradoxes. Each paradox is a relationship between two categories of traits. One trait is the gentle trait, while the other is the dynamic trait. If our range of behavior is able to extend to both the gentle and the dynamic aspects of the paradox, we will have an exceptional capability and means of fulfillment related to that aspect of our lives. This is called balanced versatility. Such an individual will work effectively with others and will be able to work out problems when they arise.
The degree to which our personality is versatile corresponds to the degree to which we are capable of responding appropriately to a variety of situations. We may have traits that enable us to respond effectively to some situation. However, when the situation changes and complementary traits are needed, we may or may not be able to respond effectively.
The theory highlighted the person's trait in responding in such demand. As defined, gentle trait, also called gentle personality, is the ability to be in a full control of your emotions and not letting both internal and external factors direct the steps you take. In this study, it refers to the constructive and unaggressive way of response in dealing with a certain situation.
Dynamic trait, on the other hand, according to APA Dictionary of Psychology, is a personality trait that involves motivation or putting the individual into action. It is one of the three classes of source traits in Catell's personality trait theory. But in this study, it refers to the destructive or aggressive way of response in dealing with certain situations as discussed in the paradox theory by Jung and Freud.
To clearly establish the central ideas and concepts as well as the objectives of this study, this will be the conceptual framework for the versatility of accountancy students of Cadiz State University main campus during the COVID-19 pandemic. The conceptual framework of this study shows that the versatility of accountancy students is reflected on the two traits given from the paradox theory of versatility, which are the gentle trait and the dynamic trait. It is said that the two traits is dependent on the respondents' profiles such as age, gender or sex, and monthly family income. The insights of this study will be formulated as the data will be gathered, tabulated, and interpreted fairly by the researchers.
Moving on, this study will be relevant and beneficial to the following stakeholders. First, the students. This study is beneficial to the students in giving them awareness about the degree of versatility and the traits that they should manage in dealing with different demands of life and their course. Second, the parents. This will also be beneficial for the parents in giving them insights about the versatility of their children. These insights will serve as a basis of the parents in guiding their children.
Also, to the professors, this study will be useful and beneficial to the professors as to give them insights and awareness in terms of the level of versatility of their students that could lead into the development of some effective adjustments to maintain or increase the students' versatility. Finally, to the future researchers, this study will give a great benefit to future researchers, for this will be a frame of reference for them to conduct other studies related to it.
For the scientific design, this study will make use of the quantitative descriptive type of research using a survey to collect data. Descriptive research is a type of research design which aims to describe the nature of a situation or a given state of affairs in terms of specified aspect factors. Note that there is no manipulation of variables or investigation of the phenomenon's cause and effect. It emphasizes numerical data analysis in the hopes of obtaining impartial conclusions that can be extrapolated to a larger population and explain a specific occurrence. According to Faltado III and others, quantitative study is simply concerned with numbers and their relevance to occurrences.
The subjects of the study are the 116 BS accountancy students of Cadiz State, where 90 of them are the total sample size upon sampling. They were from the first to fourth year students of the said course. The researchers will use the stratified random sampling under scientific design. This is the best random sampling design since the respondent population can be partitioned into subpopulations. The Coran's formula was used to determine the adequate sample size. The target number of students per year, level including its percentage, are the following.
The instrument used in the study is a researchers-made Google Form survey questionnaire composed of two parts. Part 1 is about the profile of the respondents. Part 2 is a 40-item statements about the dynamic and general traits of the respondents, wherein they will be given a certain situation and determine the response to identify which trait they are using or being applied. The versatility of students will be measured by determining the response into a given statement or situation. The questionnaire will incorporate questions and statements with both positive and negative responses. The responses to be used are the adverbs of frequency such as always, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. Such response will determine the average of the reaction in a given situation.
Each of the respondents will receive the questionnaire. The respondents are made to answer the response in the statement given. The data will then be gathered, tabulated, and computed by the statistician using the SPSS or the Special Package for Social Science software to get the reliable result. In scoring variables, the 5-point Likert scale will be used. Variables are scored, weighted, and categorized as follows.
The data will be gathered, tallied, tabulated, and analyzed using the statistical tools. Mean as to percentage for the profile of the respondents. Frequency count in determining the level of versatility. And t-test in measuring the significant difference among given variables.
Researchers made certain that all ethical considerations were addressed at all times and stages. Each respondent voluntarily participated in the study as demonstrated by the responses to the researchers' online survey. All respondents will sign the written document or consent form allowing the publication of the results resulting from their responses. As for security, the research findings will be presented in such a way that the respondents' confidentiality and anonymity will be preserved.
And that concludes our presentation. To our professors and to our committee, as well as our respective panels, we are now ready to hear your comments and address your questions with regards to our study. Thank you.